We're going to talk about some different ways to make money other than all of the things floating around the internet that's been floating around for the past year, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Drop shipping, clothing brand, day trading, things like that. Courses, things like that. So I'm going to be honest, I have the absolute most practical and pragmatical strategy to obtaining money. Now, as far as obtaining wealth, you might want to go click on another guy, who's been in the game for longer. But as far as making some cheddar, I can teach you how to make some cheddar. All right. This ain't no bull. I ain't got no course to sell you, bro. I'm just doing this because, honestly, it's 2 a.m. and I haven't uploaded in a while. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep myself, disciplined and consistent when it comes to my content. I put a lot of time into this shit. So, I won't ever go without posting content. I just thought it'd be a good time for me to get some information over to you, because you might be like, bro, what fucking works? Anything you can think of right now, I've already done it. I've already tried it, bro. I've already tried it. I've already went through with it for a long amount of time, numerous times. So I say that to say I have some movement in the game of the online money, the new money. I also have some movement in the game for you that actually is going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot more, not necessarily safe, but it's a lower risk, like a lower risk. You drop a Shopify store and you run your TikTok organic, or you run TikTok ads. Organic is going to be the best way, but the ads, you got to spend money on them things, bro. And them things don't hit, then it's a good risk. I've dumped thousands and thousands of dollars into businesses, bro. Thousands and thousands, dude. A lot of people be like, fuck. Like, I'm scared to pull the trigger on a license that cost me a couple $100. I've dumped thousands, and I have things to show for it. I'm talking, and the things I have to show for it are going to be wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, more wisdom, more power, things, knowing what things not to do and knowing how to approach things in a different way. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm going to recommend as far as number one, you got to bet on yourself, bro. Like, you have to bet on, that's going to be number one. And that's not like the most practical thing. And I guess it's practical. It's just not a step. Not like steps, right? The reason I say this, all right, and then we're gonna move on, all right, is because if you don't believe in yourself and your abilities to make a crazy amount of money, you ain't gonna make no money, bro. You have to vision, like, you have to really, like, be there. You feel me? So here's the thing. Think about this. When you making what's $1 million to a billionaire? 1,000 million? You think he's tripping about 1 million? You think he's tripping about a Starbucks coffee? You feel me? You think he's tripping about spending $200? $200 to him is like it's not even a fraction of his wealth. You feel me? So I say that to say, the more money you make, the more risk you're able to take. But in order to make more money, you got to bet on yourself. You got to risk yourself. Like, it's called faith. A better way to put it for the people who is faith. It's faith. You have to have faith in your abilities, bro. If you don't have faith in your abilities, nobody else will, and you're gonna continue to run the cycle of being in debt, you know what I'm saying, and not bet. You gotta bet on yourself, man. All right, boom. So I just said something. I was like, I'm gonna repeat what I just said. I said, what is $200? Well, I said, what's $1 million to a billionaire? Kind of like Kanye when he said that. What's a king to a god? What's a god to a what did you say? What's a kid to a god? What's a god to a, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like a loop, all right? But check it out. All right, we're going to have to switch the camera over. All right, different camera angle, different point of view. What you going to do is you're going to find yourself a sales position. any sales position, preferably high ticket. And preferably you get into a 9 to 5 within. Now, this seems so backwards, right? But I'm telling you, listen. Everybody want to do the get rich quick shit now. So that's why nobody making no money. You feel me? The people who are already making money had been doing it prior to. So you can't just hop in, buy their course and expect to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got to also look at what people netting. You feel me? You don't know what people netting. You're not seeing a bank, the bank status shit. It don't matter. But everybody get caught in that little trap. Okay? So get into a sales position, bro. I'm telling you, you're going to make enough money for a full living. I mean, obviously after election year, you know what I'm saying, but you will be living a lot better than if you were just working a regular 9 to 5 or part-time. Get into a 9 to 5 that is sales, retail sales, car sales, tech sales, whatever that may be. Tech sales be going crazy. Pharmaceutical sales. Now you need your license for that. I believe so. But that is the goal. You want to get as many conversations as possible, and what you want to do is develop the art of communication and persuasion. That is really what your whole life is. It stems upon that. When you talk about communication, I mean, you communicate with God and you communicate, right? So you being able to spread that message and transmute that message to everyone around is going to allow you to really scale yourself as a person. And along with that, you ain't going to out earn yourself what your self-worth is. You'll never out earn your self-worth. So with that being said, the more you learn about communication and persuasion, the more you develop yourself, you're going to start making more money. You're going to start thinking about new ideas and things like that. The thing is, you don't want to. This is what I did. I wish if I could go back, I would go back in a heartbeat. I wish I would have started with the sales position and just stuck with that for at least 4 or 5 years. From there, I would have made my move into my business in business, you digs. Now, again, it's kind of hard to judge that because who knows what could have happened if I if I did take that approach, But I believe if you maybe do that and maybe one other side hustle like YouTube, just keep it simple, bro. YouTube and your 9 to 5, that sales position. Keep learning communication. You're going to get better at YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And it's just going to keep revolving. You feel me? It's just going to keep revolving. Now you're going to have so much money that you're not operating out of scarcity. You feel me? You're not buying this course because it's like, fuck, this is my last 200. I got to put it somewhere. And you know what I'm saying? You won't have to worry about that because now you have an abundance of money. You feel me? You got an abundance. So when you have an abundance of things, you're not going to be as quick to pull triggers or make wrong decisions on things. You're able to walk away from deals. So once you get to that point where you can walk away from deals, and whether you staying with your parents still, that's okay. I decided to hop ship, and I mean, I think that both options have pros and cons. Both options have pros and both options have cons. You have to figure out which one you need more. Do you need a little more real world skill? Have you been babysat your whole life, or you might need that little bit of support because you've been getting your ass kicked all your life. You feel me? So it's about taking the risk. You know what I'm saying? You might be ready to get up out the crib, but there's no need. You've been getting your ass whooped by the real world your whole life. You might be not ready to leave, but you haven't been nothing but spoon-fed. You don't even know how to wash your damn ass. You don't know how to put clothes in the laundry. Bro, one of my homeboys, I ain't gonna say who, didn't even know how to make no damn ground beef. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna tell him we like 19 years old, man. And I teach him how to cook ground beef. I'm like, damn, how do you not know how to do that? Like, genuinely. So there's some folks that need to get their ass up and get in the real world. You feel me? You got to get up. You got to get out. Yes. So scale with that 9 to 5. Scale. While you're doing that, what I do, Look what I do, bro. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm the richest, bro. Like everybody on this damn social media shit. I'm not the richest, but I'm getting richer. I could tell you that I'm getting richer. I'm getting richer. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting more powerful. So what you're gonna do while you're at work, you're going to be developing your skills in other areas. You go make sure you hit the gym because that's really important. Make sure your physicals is in somewhat intact. You know what I'm saying? And try your best to balance out the cost of living healthily, and the cost of like your body, if that makes sense. So you kind of got to balance it out because it's expensive to eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's also expensive to go through health problems and things like that. But you got to be able to play the field where, hey, you getting good nutrients in, but you also, saving, you know what I'm saying, and making it make the most sense. So sometimes I think eating at McDonald's and things like that is okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to make things stretch. You got to learn how to do a little bit of this. You know what I'm saying? Like that, honestly, the infinity sign, just like that. You know what I'm saying? Because there really is no balance, but the best way to live the most fruitful is to get a little bit of balance with that shit. So you know what I'm saying, you bob and you catch that flow, you catch that wave. You know what I'm saying? Yes, learning though. While you're at your 9 to 5, while you don't have any customers or any guests, you're going to be studying, and preferably you'll bring your computer and you will work your ass off on your other side hustle. So you making money, and during the downtime, while you making money, you investing into a vision to make more money. Okay, I didn't even mention that though. The vision, the most important thing, you have to have some type of vision, bro. A dude without purpose, you're dead. A woman without purpose, you're dead, bro. If you don't have nothing you working towards, there's no reason for you to get up at all. Like at all. There's no reason. And you won't give it full force ever because you just floating. You just existing. Bro. You have to figure out what you really, really want. And it doesn't have to be something within the next 2 years, 3 years. You have to look long term. Like when you're a grandfather or a grandmother, what do you want? What is it that the first thing that popped in your mind is most likely it. That's most likely it. What the first thing that popped in your mind, kind of what you see. Like you got the kids, you got the grandkids running around, you got half of America owned up by your real estate company. What do you want? You know what I'm saying? What really matters? You feel me? So that's gonna really float you, because honestly, you gonna become numb and blurred to everything that's happening as you get older and older, bro. Because you working. You feel me? And it just gets more and more blurry. But if your vision, I have this quote that I live by. Right here. And the quote is, "My sight may be gone, but my vision holds true." And the reason I say that is because you're going to fuck up a lot. You're going to find yourself so far away from what you think was the right way. You're going to find yourself investing in certain things and going down a path for like a year or two that didn't work out. You're going to find yourself uploading a bunch of videos and uploading, and that didn't work out. But if ultimately the vision holds true, everything the prophecy will fulfill. It will fulfill. There's no other option, because now you're dealing with laws of nature. No matter what, if you plant a seed into a ground and nourish that plant, that plant will grow. That is the law of the universe. To every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So whatever you're feeding your vision with is going to be the deciding factor in what happens during your life and after your life. What do you leave? So I know it's a lot to take down, but at the same time, you got to break it up a little. Break it down. All right. So now, I just use YouTube as an example. If you could be working on anything, I dial leads while I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I'm dialing leads. I'm posting on social media. You know what I'm saying? Doing what I got to do. And I get what we calling up, make a sale. Shit, I just made double the profit. Maybe the social media ain't make $1, but in the long run, it's closer to what I envision. You feel me? So whatever that may be for you, whether that's clothing, whether you sitting at the 9 to 5, you doing it. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Now, that's not to say there aren't positions where you could be at home doing it, but it's better to get the side of I hate this shit. I don't want to fucking be here. It's better to get that side. It is a lot better, at least until you get to a point where you are completely driven to like the max. And it's like there's nothing that will stop you waking up at the brink of dawn and you are out and about and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But for most of us, that point is not there yet because we haven't seen the vision clear enough to where is you punch it like God's like boom, like through the door. Shoo, that's what you're doing. You feel me? So all of us were kind of in this revolving circle like, hey, we're figuring this out a little bit. Let's dibble this over here. You know what I'm saying? But yes, you want to be somewhere that you hate. Because it's going to make you realize how much you want it. It's going to make you go harder at what you know what I'm saying, you trying to get out. You feel me? Yes. What other points? Yeah, so now if you made it this far, you're going to get some more gems. Because you can see I don't got no cute setup or nothing like that, but I'm finna put y'all on with some game. All right? All right. So now you done made that money from that sales position. You ain't just gonna blow it. Hopefully it's a W-2 and they take them taxes already from you. That way you ain't just blowing that shit. You get to the end of the year and you like shit. You didn't even know you had a tax. You didn't even know you had taxes to pay. All right, you're in the real world now. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and start up your Roth IRA. If you are sufficient enough, you are going to go start up your Roth IRA, and your Roth IRA should be maxed out every year at $7,000. All right, that is going to be your backbone. That's a super conservative way. Don't do the 401k, dude. You see what's going on with the 401ks? Don't do that shit. Do not do that. Do the Roth IRAs. The Roth IRAs are a bunch of index funds, mutual funds, and these are booming industries that are not going nowhere. You think tech's going somewhere? Be serious, bro. Be serious, okay? Now, you're going to put as much as you can in there because the younger you start, the better. Okay. The rest of it is going to go to your base living. You shouldn't be spending a dime over that. Do you see I don't got a haircut? You know what I'm saying? You need to be very frugal with spending. Very frugal. Okay. It's easy for us. We start seeing getting that money and we blow it instantly, bro. And this is probably something you don't want to hear, bro. None of us want to hear, oh, save your money. Save your money. Yes, you shouldn't. I'm really aggressive, so I don't save a lot of money. But what I do a lot of investing with money. I will put money into certain areas that I know are going to make me more money. And if it don't make me money, fuck it. We got to get more money. That's how I am. That's how I live. But some people are like, oh, I got to sit on it. If you sitting on it, dude, the bank's just making money off of your money. So you know what I'm saying? Put it somewhere. You feel me? But yes. After that, so Roth IRA first step, boom. So you got that set up. Next to that, you are going to go ahead and once you get a good amount of change, you are going to apply for something we call an FHA loan. All right, this is the step we in right now. Me and my soon-to-be wife. If she made it this far in the video, she just heard it. Fuck, I probably shouldn't have said that. But anyway, if you made it this far in the video, shouts out to you. You know how you know I might as well just like propose right now. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yes. So you're gonna go ahead and find yourself a nice duplex or a quadplex. Now the other way you could work this is the commercial real estate. The commercial real estate goes crazy. You know why? Because Starbucks, you think Starbucks going somewhere? You know what I'm saying? If you got enough capital to get there, dude, fucking do it. Do it because that shit is going to be recurring. Now the easiest way is going to be the FHA. That's going to be the easiest way out of the gutter. You know what I'm saying? Get the duplex, get the quadplex, do what you got to do to the property, and get those rented out. After 12 months, you can get out of that contract and say, "Hey, I don't want it anymore. I'm gonna move out. I don't actually want to live in this home anymore." So you do that, boom. So you now got 4 units paying you. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, 4 or 5 years, that's gonna be returned. Everything else is gonna be profit. With the price of everything, it's going up. I mean, it's going to only bring you more and more money. And I'm no real estate expert, but it just makes sense. And honestly, this is language we didn't learn growing up. So now, I mean, it really does make sense. It's like learning English, bro. Eventually, when you learn how to put your shoes on, you learn how to tie your shoes. You learn you learned English, which is subjectively one of the most hard languages to learn. So you're gonna do that, and you gonna eventually learn, and eventually it becomes like second nature. Like me speaking to you right now, it becomes second nature. You know what I'm saying? So simultaneously, you still growing yourself. And honestly, this is about the time you want to start, dibbling and dabbling around and dating, because women can be very powerful, or men can be very powerful and help you out. But you've gotten your sales experience. You've gotten, you know what I'm saying? Now it's time. All of these things are just vehicles to the big vision. These things are just vehicles to the big vision. Now, let that compound, and obviously shit's gonna happen. You're gonna get cluttered up. This month you might not be able to, invest in your future as much as you were, you feel me, last month. But you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? And if something pop up, you didn't have no extra money for it, you know what I'm saying? It happens, bro. You're gonna fall on your ass a lot. But here's the thing, don't be discouraged by it. Continue to drive to it, bro. You got the map. You just got a lot of pit stops. Once the map is created, it's done. Dude, that's the end. That could be the end of the video right there. I'm just giving you a way out. Start with the 9 to 5. Move that with that 9 to 5, continue to work your side, whatever you kind of passionate about, and see how you can stem that. Think big too now. Think bigger than big. And see how you can stem this into your bigger vision. So Quran, okay, here's an example. Quran, how do you want to move this page right here into your bigger vision? This bigger vision, I don't want to spill too much, but this flows exactly into everything that I want to do long term. I have the map now. So when I wake up, there's no what do I do? I have the map. The map is in you, bro. You got to find the map first before you start driving. Otherwise, you're going to be driving forever, and you're going to be like, fuck. At the end, you're going to run out of gas, and you're like, shit, this is the end of my life. You feel me? So you got to find that map. And once you find that map, you hold on to that map, take a couple pictures of that map, and make sure you stay as close as possible to en route as possible. Because you're not always going. Sometimes there's gonna be a detour. You feel me? Sometimes you're gonna hit a little roadblock. Gotta go to the left. Boom. Okay, you ran out of gas. Popped the tire. Gotta hit the pit stop. Go all the way 50 miles backwards. It happens, bro. It happens. You move from that. But you move from that. You move from that. FHA. The duplex, quadplex. And you start moving a little. You can make an investment in between that and see what it does. Who knows? After that everything turns over, who knows? You can make an investment in between that. But what you want to do is you want to use that with the 9 to 5 cash, with the side business, you know what I'm saying, starting to pick up a little bit. You can look for investors if you want, but it depends on how you look at life. Some people don't want to borrow. Some people are all about borrowing. And you're going to start investing into that vision. Now it's that time to start punching that. You feel me? That's the time. You know what I'm saying? So figure out a vehicle. The vehicle is sales. Sales is number one. Financial services is the number one millionaire maker in the entire United States. United States is richest. United States is rich, bro. They are rich. Financial services, the reason being is because your money in a bank, which is a financial service, right? That bank take your money and go invest your money because they know you clueless. They give you 0.05%, 0.5%, whatever it is, and they charging motherfuckers 10, 15% to use that money, bro. You feel me? So now you just becoming your own bank. You become more and more infinite, like that infinity sign. You become more and more of an infinite bank in just all areas of life. Not only financially, bro. You become an infinite bank because you've been studying, you've been learning. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. This thing right here, bro, a lot of people. Hey, look at that. This might be the thumbnail right there. Just some trippy shit, right? But this thing, right? This thing can teach you. This thing can fuck you up, but this thing can, our parents. I was just speaking about this with a coworker the other day. Our parents and our parents had to go to the library and find these books that had the information. They had to sit there and find and sift through tons of pages because all of the gems are hidden in the books. So they had to sit through all of these pages, bro, and try to figure out books and get the library membership on top of delegating time. And they got kids, they got home, and they got school, etc. But we got this thing right here, bro. All of the answers is right here. You see that thing beeping? I don't know why it's beeping. Is that radiation? I don't know. But we got all the information right there. That's the sauce. It's becoming an infinite bank within yourself and not having any debt, bro. Imagine being debt free. Imagine being debt free, and then imagine being financially free. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass into sales. If you still working a fucking part-time job somewhere busting dishes, what the fuck you busting dishes for? Now serving is, but when I put, you might make, it don't even compare. Serving is the next closest, and that honestly gets shit on because you learn so much in sales. You learn so much in sales, and life is a sale. Life is a sale. Life is communication. God is communication. Food is not on that spectrum. Food, you put, if you're in the field of food in any sort, unless you're the owner or you selling the food, or I don't know. But the food, honestly, it does nothing but cloud us. But sales is one thing, the communication aspect, that will never go away. You're going to be selling yourself every single day. Once you get out of college and you have zero sales experience, bro, I get any job I want. I swear to God, there's not been a single job that I got denied at. Ones that are like hard inquired for. Like that I didn't just fucking balls to the wall, just throw some shit out there, right? Because I never really worked a job. And so I stopped working in 2020. My next job was in 2024. That's when I started clocking again. When I clocked, it's just, I've never had an issue because I know how to sell. I know the art of communication. I know the art of persuasion. And I am, all in all, just a pretty solid fucking human being. You feel me? That's what it starts with, you being a solid human being. It starts up front, bro. It starts in the back rooms. You feel me? You see, I don't even know. This is my Friday, so we just like kick it in the crib, and we learning some things. So I might play some video games. Hell yeah, because you know I play some video games because that's something as a child I grew up with, and everybody's like, oh fuck video games, da, 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 da. But sometimes you indulging in things like that can remind you of that inner child, bro. And that inner child is so powerful because it's like, without him, you wouldn't be you. So when you start to strip away habits and let people deem them bad upon you because that's their view of life, that's when you're starting to fuck up, bro. You got to figure out you and dude, when I play video games, it helps me out. It's almost like a little therapeutic thing. I don't know how to explain it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, get on that motherfucker and just grind. You know what I'm saying? But if you played video games a lot growing up, or you had aspirations to be a gamer or something, I don't know. Get on there, man. Play some video games and don't feel bad about it. You feel me? But yes, I don't want to string this out too long. It's been about 30 minutes. If you still here, man, you would go. I'm going to be honest. The way you soaking in information is like, you are inevitable for it, bro. I could tell you hungry. You are hungry as fuck. Why are you so hungry? Yeah, why are you so hungry? Did you not have it growing up? Were you struggling growing up? That's a genuine question. Did you struggle growing up? Everybody got their sob story, but like, what happened to you, bro? Why are you still in this video, bro? It's some random dude on the internet. And for some reason, you still in this video. Why? What about what I'm saying? I want you to comment if you still here, please. And let me know what you felt that I was saying that just felt right. That it just felt organic. It just felt, what about that felt right? You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. We're getting a lot. You got to keep your head. As you can see, I like to talk a lot, but you got to keep your head. I'm going to tell you one more gem and I'm going to get out of here. I'm feeling good. All right. Whatever you do, you could become very, very powerful in that field. Not every field, not all money is good money though. You feel me? You could go hop on OnlyFans. It's easy. What's stopping you from that? The reason you haven't got into OnlyFans yet, you know them motherfuckers are making money. Even if you got into OnlyFans administration, and you started hiring people on, hiring women on, it's beyond your morals. You die. You gonna die by honor, bro. And that right there is the exact reason you're gonna be so successful, man. That's the reason you're gonna be successful. Keep pushing. You're gonna keep hauling. Keep hauling, bro. Just the shit's about to get it's about to get rigid. You might lose yourself. You might lose your body a little bit. But what I can say is it's for the right reason, because you have planted the seed of X, and it's inevitable from God that you will reap the seed of Y. All right, let me rephrase that. You have planted the seed of your life, and you are actually doing things. You can't fake this shit. You can't fake it, bro. A plant cannot go on the ground and be like a peach tree can't plant, or seed can't go on the ground, hop in the ground, and be like, oh, I'm a watermelon tree, and start doing things that watermelons do. If seeds were to be in the mind of their own, and start doing like watermelon things, like start growing from the ground and like getting the root. You know what I'm saying? You have to actually act in a line and somewhat aligned. You don't have to be pitch perfect with it, but you have to stay somewhere in this line right here of everything that you desire. You have to stay somewhere in this line right here, and this is your lifeline, right? Stay in between these boundaries of the things you ask for, and ask yourself, damn, is this aiding me in my journey? Is this aiding me getting to my end goal? You feel me? Sometimes it seems like it's like a no, but sometimes it's like, yeah, it is, because it's actually helping my brain out. It's helping me cope. So that's a part of it too. You got to work your mentals. It's not all about being hard. I went through that phase, bro. I went through slamming weights, throwing shit at the fuck. I went through all of the shit, bro. I went through it, bro. Going hard as hell, bro. I went so hard I hopped on stage. That's how hard I went, bro. I hopped on stage, competed in men's physique. I placed sixth. Summer shredding. This ain't no bullshit. This is Christian Guzman, bro. This is Christian Guzman. Summer shredding. Alpha Land. This is not no. I went really, really hard. But what it taught me was I started losing my hair. I started losing connections. I started losing relationships. I started losing myself mentally. I was so devoted to this single thing that I was so driven and focused in this single field that I ultimately ended up crashing out. And I gained weight. I crashed right out. I crashed right the fuck out. Now, ain't nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm still, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted now. You feel me? Like, that boy still, you know what I'm saying? But you have to move, you have to flow with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just fucking crack your head on the wall. Just you gotta figure out how to flow with the wave with all aspects of life. This is the last thing I'm gonna get out of here. All right, I've been saying this for a while, but hey, it's just flowing, man. I'm letting it flow out right now. You know what I'm saying? And you got spiritual. All right, you got the mentals, you got the physicals, you got the relationals, and you got the financials. All right. All those 5 things right there that I just mentioned are the only things you need to worry about. Everything else has a subcategory, and everything else of those 5 things are the subcategories of those 5 things. Everything else. Emotional feeds into mental. You know what I'm saying? Physical feeds into diet and nutrition. You know what I'm saying? Or like workouts. But you can't just drive, like in my circumstance, I drove my head through the wall at fitness, but I'm lacking in relation. I'm lacking in relation. The most important thing, the thing that recreates life, the most important thing you do when you here. I'm lacking in that. And then after that, my mental wasn't the best at all. Honestly, I was so crazy and pissed off. My financials, bro, that shit is expensive. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just focused on getting bigger, lifting more weights. Now, I will say spiritually, my spiritual has always been really high, very high. I pray to God every single day. Every day I'm saying what's up to God, at least, bare minimum. First thing in the morning, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Now, sometimes it happens. You get up and you just running around because you late or something. But you gotta give thanks. You gotta give thanks. You gotta give gratitude. You got to transmute, and you gotta continue to live out His vision for you. Because are you living for your vision for you, or are you living for His vision for you? You gotta find out. You gotta figure it out. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of clarity. And the only way to get to clarity is through self-development. So once you get through the self-development, then you start getting more clear messages from the man upstairs of, hey, here's your assignment. Here's your assignment. Go take care of this. But we'll have a part 2 to this. This was a great video here. I felt really free during this video. I want to say shouts out to y'all to making it to the end of the video. If you have any questions, or if you want me to get deeper and dive deeper into everything, just let me know. Any field in specific, let me know. I got y'all. All right, no more getting fucking scammed. Don't do what I done did, man. Don't do it. Don't do the things I done did. I'm telling you now, man. So, love y'all. Y'all stay humble. Y'all stay hungry. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay up. And we out.